We're doing our social media questions for you now,
That's nice.
Anna. At AxeGirl on Twitter, have you ever met Martha Stewart, and what did Stewart think of your impersonation?
I've met Martha a number of times, even while I was still on the show. She was early in that. Imitation is the best form of flattery. She had me come and do a Christmas special, which was incredibly surreal, where I played her next to her and like trust a chicken or something. It was incredibly uncomfortable, and it was a very, you may know this about impressions, but I don't consider myself an impressionist exactly. I'm not like I don't channel a person, but I perform kind of in the voice and the tone. So they're better short and sweet than they are elongated, and it was a very, very long period of time where I had to play her. Since then, she's sort of, over the years, invited me here and there, and then I interacted with her when my album came on. I happened to be on Seth Meyers the same night, and as a bit, I did an apology to her, public apology for having mocked her, and she was on the show and kind of ribbed me, and so I sent her flowers with the album when it came out, and then I really enjoyed this because you know, she is the queen of protocol. She emailed me a thank you note.
Yeah.
Like, of all people.
She seems like a good
You would have
sport.
thought she would have put pen to paper, though. It's Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Yes, right?
Like, I wouldn't email a thank you because I would be afraid that Martha Stewart would judge me for emailing a thank you.
A little Martha Stewart stationery.
Yeah, anyway, it taught me that we're all human.
NJ Shivers on Twitter.
Oh. Yes?
Would you come back to host SNL?
Well, of course I would. Yes. Who wouldn't? Well, I mean, you can't ever really leave. It's part of your DNA.
At What's Up News on Twitter. Is Trump good or bad for comedy?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm not a person who writes political comedy, so I would just say he's bad for it because he puts me in a bad mood sometimes.
There's obviously so many comedians now on SNL, off SNL, are talking about the political situation.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in the break. You say something about it on social media, and it's
you
just
get
so
attacked.
divisive,
yeah,
polarizing.
That's where I think it's not good. I don't think that there's a sense of sort of jolly ribbing where he's concerned. I think it's just vitriol, and I think it's very hard to shed light on that in a light or comedic way because I think he's a divisive president. Think what you will. And he doesn't have a sense of humor about himself, which makes it pretty tough to have a dialogue about.
Daniel Christopher Thomas on Facebook asks, name an SNL cast member you didn't work with, but that you would have loved to have worked with.
Oh, I wish I'd worked with Jan Hooks and Nora Dunn, for sure. And Dana Carvey, who I've come to know later, who I deeply admire as well. I really wish I'd worked with all of those guys.
Yeah.
And I would say now, actually moving forward too, I always was very sad that I left when I did. And I was glad, I was ready to go, but then I was very sad not to be a part of the company of women that kind of hung out. Like, I'm really sad that I wasn't in the Mom Jeans commercial, for example. And I love Adie Bryan. I think she's super, super funny.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.